I think it can, because it always has. And all devolution's done is make it more visible, the differences, but also the opportunities that the UK has as a nation that's always comprised of different languages, of different regions, and of different nations. So one of the key strengths that we have to do, particularly as a body like AHUA, is work with all of the leaders who are doing the same kinds of jobs with us across each of the nations. Because I learn so much working in a Welsh university from my colleagues in England, Scotland and Northern Ireland. And there's a common theme. We all want to deliver life-changing experiences for our students and have excellent research. So once we boil it down that we've actually got a common mission together, and as chief operating officers or as registrars, our role is to enable that. Being able to work in different types of legislatory frameworks, different types of policy environments, isn't a problem. It actually strengthens the way that we can make UKHE visible to the world as having a range of different flavours and a range of different opportunities, but with quality and the student experience and research right at the heart.
If you look at what's happening with devolution and competition, it's clearly the case that the sector is going to become more fragmented. Now, whether it actually survives as a coherent sector, I think, is an open question at this point. But with what's being progressed in terms of government policy, particularly in England, we are going to see more competition between institutions. That will raise more barriers between institutions, and some institutions will do well and some will do less well. So inevitably, I think the sector will become more fragmented and diverse as a consequence of that.
Is the UKHE a coherent sector at the moment, and can it survive? I would say it must survive. I think yes, you can introduce competition for students and filling student places and so on, and that's healthy to give students a choice. You can compete for grants, government grants, research council grants, and so on. Is it ever more important that the sector is seen as united in terms of its response to informing government policy on higher education? Absolutely. A fractured sector will allow a government that isn't always particularly informed about higher education policy, or are rarely the best people to lead on higher education policy, and you can quote me on that, need to hear a coherent voice. It doesn't have to be the same thing all the time, but it has to be clear that the sector is speaking for one, as one, when it needs to speak as one.